When you think of Dubai, what comes to mind first? Luxury, supercars, man-made islands, but above all, one tower pierces the clouds, defying gravity and imagination alike. The Burj Khalifa, soaring 828 meters into the sky, nearly a kilometer tall, the Burj Khalifa isn't just a building. It's a statement, a beacon of human ambition, a marvel of modern engineering, a monument to what's possible when vision meets determination. But this wasn't just about being tall. It was about rewriting the rules of architecture, of engineering, of what a city in the desert could become. This is the story of how one of the most extreme projects in human history rose from sand and steel, and how it changed the world forever. In the early 2000s, Dubai stood at a crossroads. Its rulers knew that oil wouldn't fuel their future forever. They needed something else. Something iconic. A symbol that could redefine Dubai as the beating heart of global tourism, commerce, and innovation. What better way to make the world look than by aiming higher than anyone had before? Thus was born the idea of a tower so tall it would dwarf everything built before it. A structure that wouldn't just dominate the skyline, it would become the skyline. At the center of the ambitious new downtown Dubai district, this tower would redefine what a city in the desert could achieve. The goal: build the tallest structure in the history of humanity, and keep its final height a secret to stay ahead of global competition. To bring this vision to life, Dubai turned to the best minds on the planet. They chose Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, the same firm behind the Willis Tower in Chicago and One World Trade Center in New York. Architect Adrian Smith led the design. His inspiration came from nature, the desert flower Hymenocallis, with its elegant symmetry and strength. The result? A Y-shaped footprint that gave the tower both grace and incredible resistance to wind, a major challenge at such heights. The building didn't just rise. It spiraled. The Y-shaped design also served another purpose. It maximized views of the Persian Gulf. Every unit in the building would have panoramic views, a selling point for future tenants. Its backbone was something entirely new, the buttressed core. Think of it as three wings anchored around a powerful central spine. It distributed weight evenly and resisted the violent sway that could turn a tower this tall into a swaying nightmare. The building's aerodynamic shape helped reduce wind vortexes, a phenomenon that could shake the building back and forth violently. Wind tunnel tests were conducted for over 4,000 hours. Engineers even tested 1:500 scale models in Canada's boundary layer wind tunnel to understand how the structure would react under pressure. But theory is one thing. Building it, that was something else entirely. January 2004. The ground is broken. Under the scorching desert sun, construction crews begin the task of turning blueprints into history. Concrete is poured floor by floor, but only at night. Daytime temperatures regularly hit 45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit, too hot for proper curing. Night after night, teams worked by floodlight, carefully placing each layer. The concrete itself had to be custom designed. Traditional mixes would crack under temperature stress. Engineers developed a new mix using fly ash and superplasticizers, materials that allowed the concrete to stay workable longer and withstand the strain of being pumped vertically over 600 meters. More than 12,000 workers from over 100 countries joined forces on site. Many lived in shared accommodations far from the city, riding buses for hours each day. At peak speed, a new floor was added every 3 days. It was a ballet of precision and grit, all happening hundreds of meters above the ground. And there were dangers. Working at such heights in such extreme heat meant constant risk. Safety drills were a daily ritual. Workers wore harnesses, helmets, and heat-resistant clothing. Medical stations were set up on multiple levels. Meanwhile, below the rising floors, the infrastructure of a mini-city was taking shape. Power systems, elevator shafts, water pipes, and reinforced supports designed to handle the immense weight of the tower above. Speaking of elevators, the Burj Khalifa's elevator system is a marvel in itself. The building has 57 elevators and 8 escalators. The main double-deck elevators can travel at speeds of up to 10 meters per second. That's 36 kilometers per hour. It takes under a minute to go from the ground floor to the observation deck on level 124. By 2007, the Burj Khalifa had already broken the record for the world's tallest building. But Dubai wasn't finished. The final piece of the puzzle was the spire, a 200-meter-tall, needle-like extension made of structural steel. It was assembled inside the building and jacked up slowly using hydraulics. With this addition, the Burj Khalifa would reach its full height, 828 meters, more than twice as tall as the Empire State Building. Outside, over 26,000 glass panels were installed, each hand-cut and specially treated to resist the blistering sun. These panels reflect up to 80% of sunlight, reducing the amount of heat absorbed into the building. This isn't just design, it's science. The cladding sparkled like a jewel in the desert, reflecting both sunlight and city lights at night. The tower even changes color slightly depending on the time of day and the angle of the sun. Inside, the tower was a blend of engineering excellence and luxury. It housed residences, office spaces, observation decks, and the world's first Armani hotel, designed personally by Giorgio Armani. The interiors feature Italian marble, Venetian stucco, handmade rugs from India, and custom chandeliers. The Burj wasn't just a building. It was a vertical city. But just as the finishing touches were being applied, disaster struck. In 2008, the global financial crisis hit hard. Dubai's real estate market collapsed. Credit dried up. The Burj stood tall, but its future was uncertain. Then came a dramatic intervention. Abu Dhabi, the capital of the UAE, stepped in with a multi-billion-dollar bailout. And in gratitude, the tower, originally named Burj Dubai, was renamed. On January 4, 2010, the building was officially opened as the Burj Khalifa, in honor of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The opening night was nothing short of spectacular. Fireworks, lasers, fountains. The world watched as a city once known only for sand unveiled its crown jewel. The building shimmered under the lights, standing tall as a symbol of survival and resurgence. Since then, the Burj Khalifa has become more than a landmark. It's a symbol. It houses the highest observation deck on Earth, the At the Top Sky Lounge at level 148. It features the world's longest elevator travel distance. It holds records for tallest freestanding structure, highest occupied floor, and highest restaurant. It appears in movies like Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol, where Tom Cruise famously scaled the outside of the tower, performing his own stunts, hundreds of meters in the air. Every night, the Burj becomes a stage, for lights, for music, for celebration. National days, cultural events, international holidays, all projected across its glittering surface. From the top floors, you can see nearly 100 kilometers in every direction. The desert, the sea, the shimmering city below. And for those who make it to the top, the view is more than just physical. It's symbolic. It shows how far humanity can reach when we refuse to be limited. But perhaps the most breathtaking view isn't what you see from the top, it's what the tower represents. That even in the harshest environments, even in the middle of a desert, human vision, when combined with science, effort, and collaboration, can touch the clouds. The Burj Khalifa redefined what's possible. And though taller towers may rise in the future, few will ever inspire like this one. Because some buildings reach high. This one redefined the sky.